Mockinchires 40 says, I just seen your other video on Rensport. Mockinchires 40 says, I hope it gets better. SugarcaneDefender says. No voice audio, only game audio.
Okay, sorry about that. I was talking to you and obviously you couldn't hear me. Thank you for reminding me that because I had the microphone plugged into the other PC. So no wonder you can hear me. But yes, that's what I was saying. I multi-stream. So there's the vertical format and the horizontal format. If you can't find one or the other, go to my YouTube channel and both of them should be up there. Okay. Thank you so much. Technical difficulties.
SugarcaneDefender says. It works.
Okay. There we go. So, like I was saying, I'm a total noob, and this is the first time trying this car out. New to RaceRoom, new to Rensport. I'm just trying to get a feeling for sim racing in general. Like, it's easy to start investing a lot of money into this hobby. And, like, do I really want to start streaming sim races? Or is it just something that I'm gonna do once in a blue moon? Like, you know, when the first PlayStation came out and we were all playing Gran Turismo, we were like, oh man, when are we gonna get to sim racing and stuff?
Ace Gaming says. Hello.
Hey, hello Ace Gaming, how are you?
SugarcaneDefender says. I'm on YouTube, where else you stream on? Have you tried Twitch?
I don't do Twitch. No, both streams are on YouTube. It's just that I do the vertical format and the horizontal formats. I do have a Twitch channel, the amount of I don't want to say, you know, those fake people that try to get you to buy into all kinds of services. They get into my Discord server, they start harassing my members, they get fed up. Everybody, I mean, Twitch has just gotten really toxic.
Ace Gaming says. You are improving. Your lines are a lot better. SugarcaneDefender says. Yes, it's expensive. When you get the bug. I'm also an older gamer just like you.
Good to know. Because, man, sometimes do I feel awkward debating with 14-year-olds. It's like, yeah, you don't even drive a car yet. Get your driver's license, dude or dudette. I haven't come across many girls, but girls don't usually tend to mention that they're girls, because then they get harassed. Yes, Ace, I am doing better because obviously I'm using one PC to stream and I'm playing on the other PC now. So there's less lag, so I'm more able to, I'm getting better frames. Having said that, you know, it's a small improvement. I know. I mean, you know, when I was 12 or 14, I wanted to be Ayrton Senna or Gilles Villeneuve because he was our hometown hero. But I've grown up since then. And I got my speed fixes from, you know, riding motorcycles. So, yeah. My speed fix, you know, I went
Ace
through
Gaming
that phase and...
Every bit helps.
Yes, every bit helps. Yeah, well, I was down to like 10 frames per second, you know. And it's even worse when you're in the cockpit, so... And then people are like, well, why aren't you driving in the cockpit? Because I can't see the exit of the curve. You know, if I go in here, I need to see the exit. Like, I can see it on when I'm playing triple screens, but then it's too complicated for me to stream and triple stream.
Ace Gaming says, I'm a Prost fan.
Alan Prost? Well, they had good fights back then. Ooh, coming in too fast. Well, that was a good era anyways. The thing is that, you know, people always get tired of the same ones winning the races. You know, people got fed up of McLaren, people get fed up of
I
Ferrari.
could never drive with this view, lol PMSWL. Ace Gaming says, I always drive on bonnet cam.
Well, I like cockpit because it's immersive, but because, you know, some hairpins, I can't see the exit. So I don't know what I'm doing. Like here, I can't see the exit. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, if you've driven a real car, then you know you're supposed to look at the exit. I don't even know where I am anymore. Oh, okay. I know where I am now. Okay. Yes, you can learn the tracks and stuff, but you're supposed to look to where you're going. And see, I had no idea of where this exit is. It's just out of view.
Jason Brooks says, just move it forward a bit.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm still learning a lot of these tracks. Okay, this track I know from quite a while now, but every game has their own physics.
But that is a nasty cockpit view. Ace Gaming says, on iRacing you're stuck and forced to drive dash camera view.
Well, that's okay. If you got the 3 screens, the triple screen monitors, or even VR. I don't have a VR set, but I've tried it, and being able to look beyond the pillars is really nice. It's like you're in a real car and you can move your head around to see better around you. When you're playing on one screen and you can't see the exit, really annoying. You get into bad habits. It's like, okay, well, I know the track. Okay, so you might as well do it blindfolded because you don't really need to see where you're going. And that gives you a lot of bad habits driving in real life like that. Always looking to where you're going. And if you can't see where you're going, well, it's like on motorcycles. I taught people how to ride motorcycles for a long time.
Smoking tires 40 says. And a hefty price tag.
And teaching people, you know, they get the fix. We call it getting the fix. When they fix, like, if they see a tree and they get the fix on the tree, well, they're going to drive their motorcycle right into the tree, you know. You need to look to where you're going to make the motorcycle go where you want to go.
Ace Gaming says. I hate iRacing. Grind months to get out of rookie class just to hit a paywall.
Well, it was a new model. It's like, you know, I don't know if you guys know about the gacha games, where instead of building the character that you want the way that you want it, they rotate characters, and every month you gotta pay to pull to get certain characters to play the game. They're trying all of these models, and basically it's to bleed us dry. But iRacing, you know, has interesting physics. They have interesting tracks. And that's why I'm playing a little bit of these games to see, okay, do I want to invest in the hardware? Do I want a subscription? Or would I be better off just going with Le Mans Endurance and buying the game, and that I could play offline or online? I don't need an internet connection to enjoy the game should I want to. Oh, I actually beat out somebody in the qualifyings? Okay. You know, the other thing is that when you're playing with other people, like I've experienced yesterday, Rensport, like if you watched my first race yesterday, where somebody ran into me twice and I got like 12 penalty points out of 14 right off the bat. And I think I ended up getting disqualified because I cut the track twice.
Ace Gaming says. Now iRacing you slide a little to spin out. Any other sim you can drift the car.
And then I came across a game yesterday with 4 Canadians, and we really had a nice clean race. So playing multiplayer has its advantages and disadvantages. I mean, you know, if you got like 6 hours a day to sim race, that's one thing. But if you have an hour or two, and you get into race after race where it's just somebody running into you for the fun of it, because that's their fun. They don't want to get any better at skills or try to learn new tracks or try to get better. Their fun is just wrecking everybody else's fun. Then it becomes a waste of time night after night after night. So, you know, you tend to have less of those kind of people if they had to pay, you know. Like Rensport is free, so anybody could be a pain in the butt for free. Whereas if they have to pay a subscription to be a pain in the butt, I'm not sure they'll stick around for very long. But for a long time, sim racing wasn't profitable for a lot of companies. You know, there's a lot more thinking that goes into this kind of game than, let's say, a game like Pokemon Go. Anyways, that's my point of view, but and we were talking earlier about the sport, if you want to call it that, the hobby here, sim racing being expensive. I've been searching a lot of DIY projects, and people have great ideas. I just don't know if it's actually as good. Like, okay, I can make my own 20 Newton meter base wheelbase, but I won't have the Moza or the Fanatic ecosystem. I won't have all the sliders and all the stuff, but do I really need that? You know, spending 200 bucks building your own wheelbase instead of spending 900 bucks. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Took my eyes off the road there. See that what happens. So you see, even though I'm doing better, I'm not really doing better. I'm talking too much and not concentrating enough. I feel like Dad is telling the kids in the back seat to behave.
Gamer YT says, finish this on third or higher.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm just getting used to this, guys. It's the first time I drive this car and I really hate it, honestly.
SugarcaneDefender 40 says, it could also be competition savage the game doing it. Think of that. Trying to make PPL quit.
Yeah, possibly. And it's a bummer because, you know, you get on a track like Monza, and you know that when you're going to get to that first turn, the one that's all the way in the back is not going to brake, and he's just a bowling ball, and he's going to smash into as many people as he can. And unfortunately, some people have brake checked me as well. And I noticed something. When your front hits the rear of another car, they take a lot more damage than you do.
SugarcaneDefender 40 says, but it could also be kids. Ace Gaming says, Monza turn 1 in any game is hell.
Yes. You know, so, well, any, you know, whether you're racing at Spa or anywhere, the first corner is gonna be mayhem. Because you just know that that last dude behind everybody else is not gonna brake. And for some reason his car is still drivable, but I have to somehow finish driving around to get back to the pits. And my car won't turn left or right, or something else is wrong with it. So I'm just getting a feeling, oh man, I'm braking way too late for this one. See, it doesn't go.
Ace Gaming says, in any game with cold tire dynamics makes any track turn 1 a crash zone.
Like, sometimes I enjoy racing against AI, and sometimes I enjoy racing with people. If it's a nice, clean race, it's really a lot of fun. Because when you're catching up to somebody, you tend to tense up. And same thing when somebody's catching up to you, you know. And then that's when you're prone to errors, and it's not necessary because you don't know the track, you don't know the car. It's just that you got all this adrenaline going from the circumstances, and that's what I enjoy. I enjoy the fun of the race. I'm not doing this to get the fastest lap times. I'm not here to do the high speed record. Actually, at this point in time, I'm just trying to finish this race because I don't think I'll even be able to catch up to
Ace Gaming
anybody.
says, one day when you have Assetto Corsa, we can have fun on my server.
But then everybody says, go and get Assetto Corsa Competizione. And then now people are talking about Assetto Corsa Evo. There are so many now, you know. You still have GTR, R Factor 2 around. I remember 20 years ago playing R Factor and GT Legends. Heck, I was playing that with triple televisions, but they were tubes because we didn't have flat screen TVs 20, 25 years ago. Made myself my own little cockpit. Got myself a car seat from beat up Honda Prelude. I was enjoying it, but then you meet a girl and you know you gotta take care of kids and.
Ace Gaming says, Evo is not worth buying currently. Competizione is dying because of LE Man's Ultimate. Normal Assetto Corsa is live and well with major mod support.
Yeah, I've been hearing good things about Le Mans Endurance. But since everybody's iRacing, I kind of want to get into that too. But before getting into that, I want to get some equipment that I'm okay with. And that's when I'm wondering, should I just do the DIY stuff? Like, I want my money to go as far as possible. But if I DIY stuff and it just gives me the basics, like, okay, so let's say I got a 20 Newton meter wheel, but if it feels like a Logitech, then is that going to be like $200 wasted? And should I have gotten maybe a Moza R3, R5, R9? Maybe instead of building my base, I should just get an R9 and build my own wheel with Arduino. I don't need a sequential shifter. Well, I do need pedals though. But do I really need a load cell brake? Like, in my head, no matter what we do, it's not gonna be the same brake pedal as in my truck.
Ace Gaming says, DIY is a great experiment, or you can settle for Logitech. I enjoy mine.
A G29? But they're expensive for the same price nowadays to buy a G29 or G23 or whatever the numbers are. You might as well get an R3 and be part of the Moza ecosystem.
SugarcaneDefender 40 says, check out S-Jack.
Aztec, Camus, I was looking at PXN. They have some, it's hit and miss with them, you know. They do make good switch
Ace Gaming says,
boxes and stuff.
I have a G29 with a shifter.
Ooh, I have not raced here since forever. Oh, I meant to change cars. I don't like this car. Oh well. See, a shifter, I would get that. But in the past 25 years, cars have now like paddle shifters, and now you can even have the dual clutch on the steering wheel. So, you don't need a sequential shifter. You don't need an H pattern shifter. You don't need a handbrake. Unless you're doing rally. And, I live here in Canada where 6 months out of the year it's winter. So I've already got my dose of rallying. I'm not into drifting. I'm not into rally. I do like road cars, I guess. But there's a limit to what you can do with a road car as well, so. I've been trying a couple out of these Formula cars in this too, so maybe, ultimately, would I want to go back to F1 and try to be Ayrton Senna? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to get a feel. Okay, Dang. I wish they would show us the full track layout. I don't know RaceRoom enough to know if I can change that map setting. Like I discovered in Rensport that you can move all the HUDs around and everything. I'm like, oh man. Why didn't games think of this like 25 years ago?
Ace Gaming says, my country direct drive is too expensive. Like going Moza is like buying a second-hand car.
Well, that's why I was looking at the DIY things. I'm just afraid that, if it gives me just some rumble effects, like I want to feel bumps. I want to feel the vibrators here and the curves. These things here, I want to feel them. But you can also get like bass shakers and stuff. I'm like, man. And then you look at the motion sims and okay, you could get something for maybe $4,000, but it only starts getting interesting around 16,000. And I'm like, I don't want to have to sell my house. But it's what we dreamed of throughout my childhood. But games are getting really good now. I'm looking at this compared to what we had as a kid. My first car game was Test Drive in 1986 maybe, 1985. And then a year after that, I had a Formula One game where you can only pick 3 cars. A McLaren, a Ferrari, or a Williams. I like this circuit. I haven't memorized it, not one bit, because I'm talking so much, but... I like wide tracks.
Ace Gaming says, I used to play street rods as a kid.
But both Test Drive and Formula One were like simulators for that day and age. It was kind of like a serious car game. And then later on, much later on, you had like Gran Turismo, and I really liked the first Gran Turismo and the second one. When the second one came out, that's when I decided to actually buy a PlayStation. But you also had like the Need for Speed. But that was cartoonish, you know, trying to outrun the cops. You know, and I was really mad that you couldn't play Gran Turismo on PC, that it's a PlayStation exclusive. I don't know how PlayStation is today, but does that support triple screens? You know? But then again, you could just play with the VR and have the full experience, I guess. I really need to try to... This is a beautiful course. I like going, you know, through snakes all day long. Not too many hairpins.
Ace Gaming says, Gran Turismo 2 and Gran Turismo 4 I enjoyed. I know you can play Gran Turismo 4 with an emulator and a wheel.
Oh, I tried that and it goes so bad. I tried. I think it was Gran Turismo 4. That I tried on PC with an emulator, and I'm like, no way. It was so bad. So yeah, it's not like my first attempt into car racing games and stuff. I just, you know, it's fun, but will it bite me, you know? You know, I got into flight sim hardcore 25 years ago and bought my hands-on throttle and stick, the Cougar Hottest. And I mean, that was like an $800 joystick back in the year 2000. You know? And people were like, you're crazy for a video game. You know? But I could see where the technology was going.
Ace Gaming says, remember Toka 2?
Nope, never played Toka 2. Just like I never played Forza, there's a lot of games I've never played. On PlayStation, I only basically played 2 or 3 games like F1, NHL, Tomb Raider, and Gran Turismo. So basically those were the only 4 games that I dipped into PlayStation. I'm not really a console player. I do so many things with the PC that I can't just fathom having an $800 box that you just use to plug in a controller. Okay, yes, now they have all these direct drive wheels that you can also plug into it, but 10 years ago, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the case. So technology is changing, and my point of view isn't. I really like this track. I need to race here more often. No! Penalty. This lap won't count. And even though I'm more interested in GT and Formula racing, I still like to have a round wheel. You have all these wheels with the dash screen on it, but if I have my hand like this or like that, then you don't see the screen, so what's the use of having a screen on the wheel? I could understand the lights, the rev lights, that I can kind of sort of understand. Because you still get the glow from the lights, so if it's red, you need to shift. And you need to keep it there. You know, depending on what you're trying to do. There's so many tracks to learn, so many cars. And no, they don't behave all the same, so... No! Man, why do I always miss that one? I really need to learn this track. Didn't they used to have like Grand Prix races on this track? Or maybe they still do and I don't remember. The Hungarian... Isn't this the Hungarian track? I really do want to make my own wheel though. And Zergamer's like, well, why do you need so many buttons? Well, some games have the DRS and the overtake thing and the brake bias and all the other things that you can map. But also if you can navigate the menu with a D-pad. But they also have what they call these funky switches, which I was looking at, and I'm really liking the funky switch. It's a hat switch, but it's also an encoder, and it has a clicky on it. Okay, well, my front neighbor doesn't take out his motorcycle all that often. Okay, let's race. And remind me, people, to change my car after this race. I'm not liking this car. So far, I think the best car that I enjoyed the most was the BMW. I think it was a Z4. Of all the cars. But I haven't tried them all, so... I was like, should I try a Ferrari? And then I came across this car that kind of looks like one, but... I'm not liking it. Not used to a rolling start either, and maybe Rennsport should do this. Because I don't know how many times oh, shoot. What? Okay. Well, I guess we had ourselves a Rennsport moment there. Yeah, make it even harder for me to catch everybody up now. really do want to make my own wheel. Because I'm looking at everything and a lot of people have like great ideas. And lately it's like everybody's looking at this new Porsche wheel from Fanatec. The licensed one, the one that comes from the Porsche electric car. And just by looking at it, I know it's uncomfortable for the thumbs. And people are spending 500 bucks buying this wheel.
McIntyre's 40 says, button box.
I kind of do want one. But no, I want to make my own wheel. And for just for the fun of it, oh man, I'm gonna go straight here again. Darn it. When am I gonna learn not to do that? I do want a button box too, though. Then again, I don't think that at the level that I'll ever play, that the response times are going to be that important. So I think if all the buttons on my wheel go through the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, and that always causes a certain delay compared to USB ports, I'm not sure that I play at the level that that's going to bother me. So there's some Arduinos that are Bluetooth, so you just need to put a battery in your wheel and you're good for 8 hours. Then you plug in the wheel again, charge it up, and you're ready to go the next day. The thing is that 25 years ago, I was working in the aircraft industry, building flight trainers and flight simulators. And we get a lot of defective switches and whatnot. So let's say you have a rotary, and out of the 10 positions, there's one position that doesn't work.
I don't agree with Bluetooth with wire isn't delaying.
Yes, there is a small delay. I just don't think
McIntyre's 40
that...
says, button box. Keep the wheel that you got. Just use the box, then you can upgrade later.
Well, I definitely want a new wheel, because this wheel is crap. Although I do like the yellow grips on it. It's a rubberish plastic. And I'm like, okay, when I 3D print my wheel, I'm gonna remove these yellow grips here and put them on my other wheel. Because I was given 2 wheels a month ago. That's why I'm kind of like... Somebody was like, here, see if you can't make any stream content with this. So yeah, you can make yourself a direct drive base with a hoverboard motor, 20 Newton meters, and use the FF Beast software. I just don't know if Like, I see a lot of people building it and showing that it works, but I've never seen anybody do a comparison between that and a Moza wheel. Oh shoot, this is where I need to remember not to... Ooh, sorry dude, I did not mean to knock you out cold, because I think I knocked that one out cold. I wish I could see somebody do a comparison between the DIY projects and something that has an ecosystem. I just don't want something that works. I want something that is really viable. But yeah, if I save on that, then I have money for better pedals, and I can make myself some better pedals. And
evil cheaps.
And then if you have money for that, then you have money for a VR headset. But you're right, I should probably just start off with a button box. But even then, you know, should I get back into Flight Sim instead of this? And make a button box for an aircraft with wheels up, wheels down. Parking brakes, flaps. So for right now, I'm just trying to get a feel. And who knows, if I am still enjoying these games in 3 months' time, then I know it's not like just a phase. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm enjoying the community. Because, you know, it only takes one guy that joins your stream every day and says that, hey, Grandpa, get off the internet. You're a waste of oxygen. Can you imagine if that was the only viewer I had day in and day out for 3 months? I'd be like, you know what? I'm not going to play this game. I'm going to go and play something else. The community is too toxic. You know, already I'm getting into the debates with the cockpit view and the third views. I do both, but not at the same time and not always. Especially when you're just trying to get back into it and trying to learn the courses, the tracks all over again. And there's a lot of tracks that I have no idea what they are. And say I don't know how many laps I did on this one, and I still keep going through wherever I keep going through on. Oh, this was the final lap? Oh, remind me to switch cars. Oh, no. This, okay. I did not see that. I thought that we were crossing the line there and it was over. Apparently I already crossed the line and I still have the final lap to do. As this wheel has absolutely no force feedback, and even though it would probably make me a better driver, not being distracted by the force feedback, you kind of want to do play to get some sort of immersion. And let's just say that I struggled to calibrate the pots on this thing. It's like there is no ecosystem for this wheel. It's not supported. So you can't even make a graph of your dead zones, and you know, you want it smooth over the middle here, but the more that you turn the wheel, the more that you want to turn the wheels. There's no graph, there's no settings. It's from A to B in a straight line, and sometimes it detects it and sometimes it doesn't. Well, not the best of wheels, but you know, it's still there to give me a feeling. But yeah, person gave me 2 wheels and I'm like, okay. The other one's for an Xbox and I don't own an Xbox. So I was like, okay, I kind of like the pedal shifters on it. But it's for Xbox, so I need to get myself an Arduino for that. Okay, folks, I need to remember, change cars. That's what I was wondering earlier. Are Bentleys really good to race? I know that, I think it's what, Fanatec that is selling a Bentley wheel and it's super expensive. Yeah, I'm going to switch the car and I'm going to speak to Nick Atine.
Switch the car.
I'm going to speak to Nick Atine because I've been talking a lot here. So I need to remember to switch the cameras off on both feeds. Because YouTube guidelines doesn't like it.
Gamer YT says. Audi maybe.
Well, I raced last night on Rensport with an Audi, and they were quite good, actually. So that's why I want to kind of try something else. But yeah, with the Xbox wheel, I figured I'll buy an Arduino and get it plugged into the PC and start playing with the Arduinos and slowly get to around to making button boxes and all kinds of stuff like that. But sim racing has evolved since the G29, you know. Now you have all these direct drive bases. Why does Bentley like green so much? Are they like the Incredible Hulk of racing? Let me go with the gold one.
Smog into Tires 40 says. Bentley has good brakes.
Okay, that's good because I enjoy brakes. So, okay, I know Imola. I raced on Indianapolis yesterday. I really hate it, and I rage quit Rensport yesterday after racing there. Interlagos, which is another circuit I've been playing quite a bit on lately. I don't know what this one is. Oh, that's a little bit short, though. Okay. What's Macau? Where is Macau? Dang, that's a long track. 6,000 meters? Where's Macau? Isn't that in China or something? Sounds Asian. Don't think it's Thailand, but it could be. I have no idea where Macau is. You know, you would have told me 25 years ago that people go racing in a Bentley, and I would have just laughed at you. Like in my head, it's like the equivalent of an XJ12. Okay, it has a V12, but it's not really a sports car. It has a hard time getting from A to B without having to go to the mechanics. And it costs you an arm and a leg. Man, I'm never gonna get used to that cars going through you. It would be funny if it turns out that it's the car that I like the most in this game. I already regret the 6,000 that we're gonna have to do here in the city. I hate city circuits. Oh man, really? Okay, well the brakes weren't that good. Oh man, I'm gonna rage quit this. No, this is like Monaco. I cannot do this. I'm claustrophobic. I cannot do this. Okay, there are some tracks that I will never race in. And this is the one thing I hate about RaceRoom is that the tracks are white on white, so you can't really see the layouts. Well, maybe...
Gamer YT says, does it have brakes?
Well, apparently it does, but the driver has like 0 skills. Mid-Ohio, this looks beautiful. Chicane, full. What's the difference between... Oh, there's a chicane somewhere. Let's do the full that I don't have to brake for a chicane. Even though this car has great brakes. The driver doesn't have the skill to know how to use them. See, I like these buttons and these encoders. I just don't like this kind of a wheel. Like, I could put up with a D-shaped wheel. I just can't put up with this kind of wheel. And I don't get the screens. I get the cars. These cars don't have dashboards, so they kind of need a screen. But with SimHub and an old phone, you know... But I don't want to stick an old phone in my steering wheel either. I hate these multi-configurable tracks because I never know where I'm supposed to go. Just because you put construction cones somewhere does... I'm from Quebec, you know, Canada. So we don't usually pay attention to those. We just drive wherever we want to drive. Yes, we are amongst the worst drivers in Canada. See, I can even prove it. Well, I'm liking this so far. Man, if it wasn't so expensive to build yourself a real racing car and spend days on the track, like I did it with my motorcycle, and you know, just for one track day you need tires. You know, it becomes expensive on top of all the fees for the track and stuff. Then you need to remove your mirrors and tape up your headlights and I'm actually liking this Bentley more than the Corvette. It feels more planted. See, this is, you know, already without any force feedback or anything, I can tell a difference between the cars. That's kind of why I would like a direct drive and just feel a little bit more.
SugarcaneDefender YT says, "Yet I like it too, but the brakes are mid."
No, actually the brakes are just fine. Like I keep saying, that... See, the brakes are really good. Whoops, see, this is pilot skill. Like, I don't know the track yet, so I tend to come in too fast. And that's how it used to be in the old games. You'd come in late into a curve, you'd brake at the last moment, you would overtake, and the car would stay on track. Times have changed. Now the games are like, you need to drive more like I drive, you know. When I was young, I was in a rush to always get everywhere, and speed limits meant nothing. And now at my age, I'm more like, I'll get there when I get there, you know. There's so many crazy people on the tracks. I say that, but, you know, folks, I've ridden a motorcycle and a super bike into my 50s, so yeah. My favorite bike, CBR 1000 RR. And if I would see anybody texting or anybody that appeared drunk or impaired, I would just bugger out. I don't want to be nowhere near these kinds of drivers. I don't want them in front of me. I don't want them in back of me. And for a bike that can do 350 kilometers an hour, not that I never drove that fast, nor would I want to. When you need to bugger out, you can bugger out pretty quickly. And that's like another thing. Whoops, I'm coming in too much here. It's like, oh man, if they could make a motorcycle sim. And people will say, well, they have it. Yes, but the fun on the motor... Oh, my camera's still off. Okay, let me turn the cameras back on. What's fun on a motorcycle is leaning into the curves. You really feel like you're flying. Something that you never have the feeling in a car. And I don't think there's a motion sensor out there for bikes that could remotely even do anything close to that. Sure, they'll tilt the bike, but you don't have the centrifuge inertia to keep you standing on the bike, so gravity just makes you fall off the bike. Oh man, I really need to learn this track. See, I wish I could see the entire track there and not just a section that I'm on. How am I supposed to learn the track layout if I can't see the track layout? It's like this game doesn't want you to know the layout of the track. You can't see it on the little map when you select it, and you can't see it in the game, not that I'm noticing here. Is there a HUD option here? Car, track, graphics. Where's the HUD? Field of view, I don't think that's HUD. Track, shadows, no, that's... So there is nothing for the HUD. There's no way to get a full track here on the mini map. Hey, wasn't that the car I was just driving? No, that's a McLaren. Okay. I see the yellow car and I think it's the crappy car I had. See, this car is planted. I'm liking it. Okay, it's not lightweight and maybe not have the acceleration of the McLaren, but strangely enough, I almost ran into him. I need to spend more time in these games to learn these tracks. Ooh, 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 nope, 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 again. Man. The one thing I would have to do is pull up Google Maps and look at the track layout. And I shouldn't have to do that in a racing game. Like, this game is not teaching me new tracks. It is, but it isn't. Like, okay, I've never raced on Ohio, whatever track this is, in any other game. But they're not making it easy for me to learn the track layout. See, this car is not bad. If I can learn the track and remember that there are certain places I just really need to brake and not just coast into it. See, I think that's the first time I didn't run into that. But I had a hint that I was catching up extremely quickly to these fast cars in front of me. On my own, I probably would have gone straight in there. And this is so much different than Project Cars 3. Oops, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. That's the crappy car I was driving. It's really not a bad car. I'm surprised. Like I said, 25 years ago, somebody would have told me, oh, you could go racing with a Bentley. And actually liking it. Okay, I agree it's not sporty like a little Porsche or maybe a Ferrari. I haven't tried the Ferraris yet. Okay, can I skip the qualifications? Because I know I'm going to end up last here. Ooh, end the set. Oh, okay, my bad. Let's go to a track that I know then. Let's stop experimenting on tracks that I have no idea what I'm doing. And I know the next one was Monza, but I think Imola is a lot more challenging. Where did all the ads go? Like, today I've only been seeing, like, hints for the game. But usually we always get a couple of, Okay. Imola is a track that I know. Not an easy track either. I'm all for trying new tracks, but, oh, man. No, come on. This is the one place I hate on this circuit. I would like to feel those bumps in my steering wheel. Okay, let's go straight to qualifying. Can I not skip it? I don't want to go back to the main menu here. Okay. Because I thought I was skipping the other one and it sent me to the main menu. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to what we were doing. Strangely, yesterday I was playing Rensport and I was like, I kind of miss RaceRoom. Today I'm playing RaceRoom and I'm kind of like, you know what? I miss Rensport. Each game has something that they do good and different from all the others. And I think that we as players would like to take the best from all the games and put them into one. Like, I'd really like to be able to see my tires. I also like the AI in this game. So, I like the AI, I like the tracks, I like the cars, I like the feeling overall. I'm kind of missing the tires and the multiplayer aspect. And I'm not sure, but I also think that RaceRoom, currently I have like access to all the cars and all the tracks. But I think after the 20th of August, that's gonna change. So maybe then I won't like the game as much. So let's say that, you know, I like the Bentley and I like this racetrack, and then I don't have access to either one of them come August the 20th. I'm not going to be very happy. Oh, that won't count. Really? He did that on purpose. Yeah, well, so did I. See, that's another thing I like in Rensport. Everybody gets their own server to do their hot laps. There's no traffic, no nothing. Just you, your car, and the track. No, not enough. Man, I hate those penalties. Missed it by an inch. Come on. Really? Okay. Yeah, I know. My lap won't count. Oh, it's the end of this session anyways. Oh man, I am so not missing much. Like, this car is like almost too predictable, but just not sporty enough. Okay. I'm gonna need to take a break because my buttocks is killing me. And it's strange because people have seen me spend 14 hours in this chair streaming. The thing is that I can move my legs around normally, but since this is not like a cockpit, I'm not sitting in a car seat. And I can't move my legs around, so it puts some strain on my lower back, and after an hour or two, it gets to me. Ooh. See, I didn't even get a penalty there, and I completely cut the track. It makes no sense. Oh, this is a 10-minute race. Okay. So what, am I just supposed to wait until somebody out front makes a mistake? Or do I just overtake one person per lap? Yeah, that was not very sportsmanlike. Man, that curve is killing me. I mean, the car goes so well everywhere else on this track except there. I'm gonna blame him for brake checking me, but that's not exactly what happened, and you guys got the proof. It's like this car just needs a little bit more toe in. Just a little bit. Or maybe some more downforce. Usually I prefer toe in. Just needs to be able to turn a little bit more getting to here. Oh, see? For some reason, I'm braking way too late there. And it doesn't seem like I'm braking too late, but obviously I am, because I can't make that turn. Time flies, because we're already halfway through this race now. Now I just have to be careful down here and brake early enough. If I brake early enough, then I don't have that issue. It's all about muscle reflex. Because it changes from one game to the other. In one game, you can brake like a fraction of a second later and try to do the same thing in this game, and that corner just won't be for as forgiving. Really? I did not cut the track. Okay, if you want to give me a penalty, give me a penalty with that one. I cut the track there, but I don't deserve that other one. I did not meant to do that, but stuff happens, I guess. I was actually trying to go around him. Okay, well that was me braking late. Hey, another Bentley. Is that a Corvette in front of me? Man, I drove that, was it 2 days ago? And I hated that car. Like, I like the sound of the V8, but I didn't find it sporty nor good handling or anything. Okay, well, didn't mean to do that, but he was the one that came in there braking late. Oops, somebody's behind me. Oh, too fast. Is that the Audi? That looks like an Audi in front of me. It's hard to say now. Remember in the late 90s, we would say all the cars looked like the Acura? Everybody was trying to copy the Acura's look. Well, back in the 80s, all the cars were square, so trying to go, you know, more rounded was the Acura way. So we started saying that all the cars started looking like Acuras. Oh, came in way too fast there. So I'm not proud of this race. Oh, I'm still going too fast. See, it doesn't look like it, but when the car doesn't want to turn anymore, you are going too fast. Are we going to do another lap? Since we still had 15 seconds when we crossed the line. I don't know how... Oh, final lap. Okay. So I don't know how these things work. You know, sometimes people are saying, oh, don't do 5 laps, it's too much, do 3 laps. So we get to see more cars and more tracks, and more races. And now they put a timer there, and it's whenever time runs out, then it's a final lap. Which I'm not used to. Like, if I know I'm going to race 3 laps or 5 laps or 10 laps, I like to have a lap counter. You're on lap 1, you're on lap 2, you have so many laps. Yay! So it does make a difference when you know a track. So much easier when you know the track. I'm not proud of this race though, because I smashed into way too many cars. Well, folks, I've been at this for 2 hours and my buttocks is chewing me up. So I'm thinking here that maybe I should take like a 1-hour break. And I don't know, I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. It's currently 9 o'clock in the evening. It is Saturday, So in theory, I could go on till midnight. So it's 9 o'clock, I take a 1 hour break, I come back and I play 2 hours of Rensport. Which takes me to midnight. That's what I'm thinking here, folks. Like, I do want to see if I'm liking this, and I do know that I like it. Because every time that I'm not racing in a sim, I'm thinking about, oh man, I'm looking forward to the next time I can race. I'm looking forward to the next time that I can take a car out on a track. I'm looking forward to racing with people. I'm looking forward to learning new tracks, trying new cars. And I've been trying out these games now for what, 2 or 3 weeks? And like, it's still there. When I'm not on the track, I'm not happy. But we're all human beings and we all have our limits. So I'm saying I'm taking a break for an hour. Hoping to come back in an hour and play some Rensport. But maybe I'll just tune out and watch a movie. Anybody has any good movies to recommend? Formula One? Yeah, I saw that 2 or 3 weeks ago. And no, it's not the movie that got me back into the genre. I was actually very critical. A movie from 1966 is still like one of the best car races movies of all time. And when the guy started his movie, Enzo told him, no Ferraris in this movie of yours. And then the guy calls up Enzo and sees, do you want to see what we have so far? So the guy had to bring a projector, had to bring a screen, had to bring an operator to show Enzo. And Enzo, at the end of the 20-minute movie, was like, okay, you have access to all the cars, all the manufacturing, the entire plant. Do what you want. Enzo fell in love with that 20-minute montage. And to this day, it's still the best. So, they can definitely learn something. Because F1, nothing. I felt nothing about the race. It was like, okay, let's look at Brad Pitt wearing a helmet. Okay, let's look at the other guy wearing a helmet. We don't know where they are on the track. We don't even know which track they're really racing at. We don't know who's, nothing. It's just 2 seconds here, 2 seconds the car, 2 seconds the actor, 2 seconds the car, 2 seconds the actor. And you can't really get into a car fight, fighting for position or anything. On top of which, they kind of went with the tactics of using the pits to gain positions and whatnot on the track. Which is a real thing, but I would have liked to see people racing it out on the track. Clip a wing, just clip the tip of a wing on the tire there. Ooh, too close. These guys are really going at it, folks. No, none of that. Finish. Okay, folks, well, that's it. I'll stop ranting for a while here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell. That way, every time I do go live, in theory, YouTube tells you that I'm going live. Sometimes, for some reason, YouTube removes that notification bell, so make sure that it's still enabled. And thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon, folks. End of rant.